in Manhattan kicks
Jerry,
it off.
how are you? What's up?
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
Good, Jerry.
Good.
Good. I never thought CC was going to make it to 300, but now I'm starting to think he has a shot. Like he's pitching effectively. He seems like he's getting better. Combining last year and this year, his record is 16-5. So I think he might be the last 300-game winner.
How far has he got to go?
239.
He got about 60.
That's a lot. That's a lot of wins.
If he's 37, if he pitched like about 5 years, average 12 wins, that's still 60 there. And another guy that might have an outside chance, he might be the last one, is Verlander. I don't know if he's going to make it at 192.
That's a long way to go.
I got a question. If the Nationals fall out of it, hypothetically, how much games do you think they'll have to fall out of it to put Scherzer on the market? Because I would like to see that. I think the only team that might.
Jerry.
Let them keep falling.
Jerry, calm down.
Now you want Scherzer now?
The Nationals are not falling out of it. I know they're a mess.
Right.
And
let them continue to be that.
Oh, no, that's great. They did win yesterday.
Yeah, well, so did the Mets, so they're still 7 in a loss column.
That's true. Steven Strasburg made a comment earlier in the week, and it's alarming. And we've always thought this about the Nationals. There's something missing about this team. There's something off. They're very talented. That's why they've been able to make the playoffs the last few years.
Is Murphy back yet? I haven't seen that.
No, he's not back yet. But Strasburg made a comment about how it would be nice if they had 25 guys on their roster that gave it their all. That gave it 100%.
Wow.
And
that's quite a damning statement.
Yeah, and I didn't see any follow-up, by the way. In New York, he's getting followed up.
Oh, my God.
Like 10 questions about that.
Right.
So I think the Nationals are talented enough to overcome whatever issues that they have. I would be stunned if they ever fell out of this race. As improved as the Phillies, Braves, and Mets are, that'd be a lot to expect that.
We'll see. Mets got to put as much distance between them as they can.
Perhaps the same for the Braves and the Phillies.
Well, I'm not worried about them.
No, but I'm saying that's their goal in this division.
Sure.
CC is 61 wins away from 300.
It's a long way. It's going to be tough to get to 300.
Very surprised. I think 250 is the new 300 anyway if you're looking at benchmarks.
Yeah, maybe.
Kevin in West Islip.
Kevin, how are you? What's up?
Hey, boys. Good to talk to you. Hey, Joe, great luck with the golf. And
Thank you.
You're doing well, man.
Feeling good.
Hey,
Thank you.
Yankees and maybe the draft. But I want to I didn't get a chance to talk to anybody about this Mike thing. I give him credit if he wants to come back. It is kind of funny. He said he was never coming back. But bottom line is, it's not really fair to these guys. You didn't give them a chance to develop. I wasn't huge fans. I was starting to be. So, I mean, you guys, I don't think it affects you much, but those two guys, that other group, 5 months, not really much of a shot to develop a show. That's my opinion.
No, I feel bad for them. I got to admit. I mean, look, I love Mike, and Mike's done, as I've said a million times, Mike's done a lot for me, and my career wouldn't be here. But I do feel bad for those guys in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah, look, for 4 months is not enough.
They really didn't get a real fair shot. You're right.
But luckily they still got the 2 hours a day to develop chemistry, and who knows, they could replace Mike in 3 years still.
Yeah,
could happen.
That could happen.
That's true. No, it's a good positive spin on it. But as far as what's his name goes, hello?
Yeah, we're here. Go ahead.
That's what cut me off. What's his name? Once John Carlo gets going, man, this is going to be almost even crazier. I mean, it's unbelievable. He really hasn't hit a ton. It's everybody else. It's Sanchez. It's Pete Didi. It's just amazing. But as far as Sonny Gray, I don't know what everybody thought. Maybe did they overrate him when we got him last year? Was he just not that good? Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think he's great, but maybe it's a New York thing with him, too. I mean, it could be.
Look, he may not be great, but he's better than this. I mean, you look what he did in 14. You look what he did in 15. You look what he did last year before he came over here. You can't deny that he's a quality pitcher. He's not a 7.7 ERA guy. He's not a guy who's going to average 4 innings per game. So whatever you think about Sonny Gray, there's no doubt he's better than the way he's performed. And
maybe it's New York.
Maybe. Could be that. But maybe it's not, because I heard the same thing about Jay Bruce. Couldn't handle New York, remember?
Yeah. I did hear that.
Yeah. Couldn't handle New York. Yeah. And it wasn't that. It was he needed to get adjusted or get hot. Like, he went through a long slump after the Mets traded for him. It wasn't New York. And Sonny last year when he came over wasn't great, but he wasn't awful. He wasn't awful, but he wasn't great. He was better than this. So is it New York? It wasn't New York in the summer of 17, but it's New York now in the spring of 18?
Well, we'll see. I don't know.
Joe in Queens.
Joe, how are you?
How are you guys doing today?
Hi, Joe.
I'd like to compliment you guys for, being able to keep your cool and your professionalism when a caller calls up and says something like they think CC Sabathia has a chance to get to 300 wins, or Washington's out of the race already and they might want to start trading. So I got to say, you guys, you keep your cool and I don't know how you handle it. And, Joe, I also would like to tell you that on my bucket list, number 10 is to play a round of golf with you, because I think that would be a great day.
Well, I appreciate that. It's very nice of you to say that.
Number 10, shouldn't it be higher than that, Joe?
I mean, it shouldn't even be on the list.
Top 5.
It shouldn't even be there. What are you talking about?
Well, number 9 involves Camila Cabello, whatever her name is. Camila Cabello, so you made it right up.
Camila Cabello. Who is that? Do I know who that is? Who is that?
She's a singer.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We get it, Joe.
I'm assuming she's ridiculously attractive, Joe. Is that the case?
Young and attractive.
Okay.
Joe. Just,
that's a good...
like me, us.
I understand. That is a good combination. Young and attractive. That's a good double dip there.
The daily double.
Yes.
All right, guys. Stay the way you are. You guys are great.
Thank you, Joe.
I don't think CC getting to 200 is a ridiculous comment, or 300. It's just very unlikely.
Yeah, he's 37 years old, and as you said, I mean, wins aren't like they used to be. Right. It's not like he's pitching, 300 innings, 280 innings every year.
He would have to be Cologne. He'd have to hold on till he's 44, 45, and I don't think CC's that kind of guy. I think we're closer to CC walking away.
Right. Well, he has had a lot of injury issues, too.
He has,
That's something else to consider with him.
Let's go to Frankie in Massapequa.
Frankie, how are you?
I'm good. Here comes the score third, boys. Hey, Joe, I got a question.
Yep.
You weren't happy with that guy wanting DeGrom in the hospital, but you're okay with you're rooting for Murphy to stay injured?
Hey, well, look,
really?
As long as he doesn't come back, that's what can I tell you? I wasn't rooting. But Frank, I wasn't rooting for him to get hurt. He is hurt. Well, so stay out as long as you have to. That's all.
Just only
come on, you'd be the same way. I didn't sit here and say I want Daniel Murphy to get hurt. Did I say that? Did I ever say Daniel Murphy should break his hand? No.
No. I never root for injuries.
Well, I didn't root for the injury either. But he's on the DL now. So stay on the DL. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I'll let it go, but I still think it's not right. But hey, listen, I have. By the way, I feel bad for Warren and Maggie. Call him as a bitch, Carlin.
Oh,
this is what happens to you.
This is hatred
don't tell me to stop, Evan. He threw Don under the bus, and this is what he gets. Okay. And stop sugarcoating it. We know what he did.
Who did he throw under the bus?
He threw Don under the bus when Don got fired, and he skulked away like a coward. Okay? And everybody knows what he did. So don't sugarcoat it, Evan.
I don't even know what he did.
I still don't hear who he threw under the bus. Imus?
I think he said Imus.
He called in sick for 3 days when Don got in trouble. Fucked away like a coward.
Frank is on a first-name basis.
He was
worried about his Rutgers gig, so don't sugarcoat it.
I'm not sugarcoating anything. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I don't remember this.
Here's another thing for you.
What?
Here's another thing for you.
What?
That Carmichael's coming back. You'll have a Yankee fan on the air. You can't keep hiring Met fans to do shows.
Now the wind is sucking you in, Frankie.
He said something about that there's too many Met fans on the air. They need to have it's good to have a Yankee fan doing shows. Is that what he said about Mike?
All right.
I think that's what he said.
I guess he was in a windstorm.
I didn't know. I didn't know anything about this thing with Colin and Imus, so I have no clue.
And I got to defend you because there's a difference between saying I want a guy hurt and you saying take your time, Daniel.
Yeah, I wasn't sitting here saying, "Oh, I hope Murphy gets hurt." I didn't say that, but if he's hurt, then take your time.
Take your time.
No hurry to come back.
In fact, you want to make sure he's okay.
Right.
We care about Daniel.
Take the rest of the year off if you want. It's fine with me.
He's got free agency coming.
Right.
Make sure you're healthy, Daniel. We care about you. John in Jackson, New Jersey.
John, how are you, John?
Hey, guys, how are you?
Good, John.
I've got to tell you, I'm a Yankee fan, and I really don't have much to complain about. But I got to tell you, I went this week and I looked at Sonny Gray's entire career. I just don't get it. The guy had one really good year. I just don't think he's that good. And, I feel like maybe Cashman gave up a little bit too much for this guy. He's an average pitcher. I don't see what people say about this guy. I was just curious what you guys think.
Well, I've just said it over and over. I don't love him,
Look, here's what I would say, okay? Garrett Cole can be described the same way. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Because I think Garrett Cole has had one really good year. I think Sonny had two pretty good to really good years. And the rest of it has been mediocre. So I guess my point is, who knew this would happen to Sonny Gray, and who really knew this so far would happen to Garrett Cole? And here's the other thing about Sonny Gray, because I've never been the biggest fan of Sonny Gray either. It's not like I'm trying to tell you he's going to win the Cy Young or anything.
Right.
All he has to do, Joe, is be what he was in Oakland.
Well, he's
got a 7 ERA.
He could be the 5th starter and he'd be all right.
But he's not.
You know?
That's the point. It's not about him being Garrett Cole right now.
I understand.
It's about him pitching to like a mid-3 ERA as opposed to an 8 ERA, as opposed to going 3 or 4 innings every 5 days. That's unacceptable. You can't stay in a rotation like that. And that's the difference. So I understand, hey, guys, I don't think Sonny Gray's that good. Not that good. He was never that good. That's fine. He was better than this. This is not sustainable. You can't survive in a rotation. That's the difference of what Sonny Gray was and what Sonny Gray is. And the same thing with Garrett Cole. We cannot change history and act like Garrett Cole was this dominant guy. He had a 4 ERA in the National League Central last year. That's what he did. Now, all of a sudden, we knew he was going to drop the ERA by 3 runs? Come on.
Well, I mean, and in reality, it is early for both of them, to be very honest.
Absolutely.
In reality.
Let's see where they end up. I'll be curious. But Garrett Cole's off to he's got a cushion, to say the least, right now.
A little bit, yes.
More of your calls next. Benigno and Roberts here in the midday.
All right, guys.